this administration. Nigeria have now become a crime scene. Now our national budget is routinely inflated and padded without consequences. One of the most glaring manifestations of this is an expensive padding of the 2025 national budget. Budget IT revealed that about 7 trillion was questionably inserted by the National Assembly. These figures suggest a pattern of inflated cost and misappropriation of funds. Power generation rate, which this administration claimed to have increased, is yet another propaganda. The only increase in power are the excessive high tariff being paid by Nigerians. The clear indication of this is instant failure of our national grid and darkness. In 2022, Nigerian electricity tariff for consumers averaged as 64 naira per kilowatt hour. By 2025, there has been a substantial markup in electricity tariff, with Nigerians now paying approximately 225 naira per kilowatt hour to be in darkness. What we have now is more tariff for more darkness. Nigerians should not forget the firm promise of Mr. President while campaigning 22nd of December 2022, and I quote, "If I don't give you constant power in the next 4 years, don't vote for me for second tenure." It has now been 2 years of constant darkness. This is already a midterm for the administration. We look forward to when he will fulfill this his categorical promise. Unemployment remains alarmingly high. Although government has attempted to manipulate the statistics to suit its narrative, the reality is that unemployment is worsening, especially among the Nigerian youths in their productive age. Majority of Nigerian youths are not in education, in employment, or training category 8. Multiple reputable organizations, including International Labour Organization and the United Nations Development Programme, have cautioned against reliance on the nation's data as they are inconsistent with the reality on ground. The ILO has noted that Nigerian youth unemployment and underemployment rates remain dangerously high. There are also on the government reporting on unemployment figures without addressing the underlying challenges, as the revised figures do not reflect the hardship in the labor market, which is over 40%. Finally, I respectfully appeal to President Tinubu to emulate late President Umaru Yar'Adua, who had, on assumption of office, was honest enough to admit that the process that brought him into office was wrong and not sufficiently credible, and thus insist on doing what is right to save our democracy. And similarly, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, who saved our nascent democracy by accepting defeat even before the election results were announced. We must end this troubling governance era that is filled with impunity, state capture, absolute regard to rule of law, and checks and balances required for worthwhile democracy. Accordingly, this administration must start upholding the rule of law and ensure there is transparency and real progress to the people. The president should stop touring outside Nigeria and use the remaining 2 years to tour the Nigerian state. Mr. President, you have already made over 30 international trips, spending over 150 days outside Nigeria. If you tour Nigerian states an average of 2 days each, it will only be about 72 days, which is half of the time you spent outside on foreign trips. You must then go around Nigeria to see for the first hand what your citizens are going through. It is time to stop governance by remote control. We must endeavor forthwith to end insecurity and resettle all Nigerians living in internally displaced persons camps. It is unacceptable that millions of our fellow citizens remain in the displaced camps in their own home state and fatherland, while the rest of us live in comfort and in some cases opulence. Allow the electoral body in the country to truly be independent. The very agency that is supposed to serve as an independent electoral body for Nigerian elections has lost its neutrality and credibility and now operates as an extension of APC government, thus undermining democracy, eroding public trust, and turning elections into endorsements rather than credible contests. Aggressively tackle economic problems by expanding agricultural and manufacturing productivity through measures that will secure our farmers to go back to farms and reduce production costs for manufacturers in order to boost productivity, employment that will in turn contribute to national growth and generate even more revenue for the government. This is a better approach than attempting to increase tax in an unproductive economy, which will only lead to less growth. This is time to stop propaganda and lies, and let us make Nigeria the democratic country it ought to be. I respectfully call on Nigerians not to give up, but to put all hands on deck. Now it's time to demand accountability, genuine leadership, and a government that prioritizes the welfare, security, democracy of its citizens over empty rhetoric and propaganda. A new Nigeria is possible. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.